Hey friends, Jed here with Acrylic University, and I wanted to talk to you about a question I get asked a lot, and that is, how do you choose what color of a canvas do you paint on? Like when you are toning your canvas, why do you choose the color that you choose? And it's a good question because really there's a lot of variety, right? I could choose something like this, which is a very bright color, red. I could choose something that's darker like this, which is like a purple, or almost a black like this. This is a little bit scratchy, but if you know me, you know that I choose different colors. I paint on dark surfaces, I paint on orange, I paint on very bright, kind of colors, and every once in a while I'll even start with a white canvas and I'll just do washes over the top as I'm going, kind of to start out with the colors that I'm starting to see. Very rarely though will you ever see me paint directly on a white canvas without having some kind of toning, some kind of color that I put down. So how do you choose what color? Is it based on the painting? Is it based on the subject? Are you trying to get, it's a warm day, so do you use warmer colors? If it's a cool day, do you use cooler colors? And really I don't have a specific thing, but I will show you a few different paintings and I'll show you what the effects of using a different color was like, and how that might impact your decision in your choosing of those colors. So here's a small little painting that I did, and you can see that the underpainting was pink. It was just a kind of probably that color, guessing from looking at it now, is quinacridone magenta, maybe with a tiny bit of dioxazine violet, but a pretty bright color under there. And you can see that I left some of it showing through, and it affects the overall feel. Now this was an evening scene, looking towards the sunset, and these colors, this being kind of a light green goes with this color that's on the opposite side of the color wheel. There are times, this is another painting that was done on a canvas that was toned with a kind of darker red, kind of pinkish color. Probably, again, it probably was quinacridone magenta, probably mixed with dioxazine violet. And the sky is fairly light. The scene is not super dark, but that little bits of reddish color come through, and that's this effect that it's having on this right here. Here's a scene that I actually started. I haven't finished this, but I'm showing you because it's not the overall feel of the scene it's a very moody day. There was dark clouds, overcast, a lot of shadow, but this strip of these buildings and this land right in here was being hit with this late sunlight, and it was very, very what would you say, striking. And so I decided to use this brighter color as the background, and then I'm covering up a lot of it with these other colors that are more subdued and darker. Here's a painting that is done on dioxazine violet wash, so it's toned purple, and you can see what that effect is. I can see that purple kind of coming through all over. Here's a painting that was done on a very bright orange, and you can see some of that orange poking through. Now, a lot of these are demonstrations, and they are done for different reasons, to show different things. Here's a painting that I did recently as a demo that was done on black. So you can see it doesn't mean that it has to be a dark painting necessarily if it's done on black, although you can see an overall tone that this has more areas that are darker and deeper than this one. All the dark that's in this painting I had to intentionally put on the painting. Whereas this one, all the light that is on here, I had to intentionally put on because it was already a dark canvas. Now, I don't know what you're going to be painting, and I don't know what the scene is, but what I would encourage you to try is to pick a scene and to do an experiment where you choose 3 different colors and tone your canvases different colors. Choose a light color, a yellow or an orange or something that's bright. Choose a mid-tone color. Sometimes I choose neutral gray because I found that that's actually kind of a neat color to have underneath because it doesn't show up too much. You know, I can paint lighter and I can go darker, and it's a step this way and it's a step that way to get there. And if that gray shows through a little bit, it doesn't make a big scene. It doesn't show off too much. It doesn't shout out too much. So you could even try something like neutral, and then try something that's dark. So do a light one, do a mid-tone one, and then do a dark, and paint the same scene on those 3 different canvases and see what happens. I think that you'll find that the overall feel will be affected a lot, and it will be interesting seeing the different challenges that you have as you paint on different toned canvases, because the way that you approach it will have to change a little bit. You might have to put more effort into bringing the light out on those darker canvases than you do on the one that's very light and bright. But the light and bright one might need you to put a little bit more effort into getting it grounded and having some dark accents. So that's my encouragement to you. I don't have a straight answer for this because I do different things. I might paint a bright day and use a dark undercoat. I might paint a very dark scene and use a lighter underpainting. It just depends on the overall effect, maybe the mood that I'm in personally, and how I want to approach that painting. But there are limitless possibilities with your underpaintings, and I hope that that was helpful. I will see you next time. Have a great day.